Welcome back, folks. This is Shane. In today's video, we're comparing two different gold top Les Paul guitars. This one is the Gibson Les Paul Standard 50s, and this one is the Epiphone Les Paul Standard 50s. Now you can see a difference in the gold top color. That's nothing to do with the lighting or anything. There is an actual difference between them, but I have to tell you, other than that, I think this is about as close of a guitar as you're gonna get to this without that massive price tag. So we're gonna compare these tonally, and at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you my thoughts about both of these guitars. Both are great. This has really exceeded my expectations. I would now put this up as one of the best value Les Pauls out there in terms of playability, tone, all that kind of good stuff. And it not only feels great to play, but it looks really cool as well. And if you've got a few extra bucks to spend, you can always go for the original Gibson. So in today's video, I'm gonna do a backing track because I always feel like it's best to hear this stuff in context to music rather than isolated, because those kind of tests don't really stand up to real world tests. So I've written a backing track. I hope you like it. And I'm gonna talk about the feel, the tone, all that kind of stuff at the end. Each time you see one of these guitars in the shot, it's not only doing the lead part, but it's also doing the rhythm part behind it. I wanted to make sure you heard it in context both ways. At the end of this video, I'll give you my thoughts. Let's get into it. So let's wrap this video up. I'm gonna give you my thoughts about which one was best and why, but just firstly, a massive thank you to Sky Music for the loan of these. I really appreciate it. If you live in Australia, check them out. Links will be below. These aren't free gifts or anything like that. I gotta take it back tomorrow. In terms of straight up playability, this might shock you. They both felt great in the hand. The necks feel amazing, but the Epiphone is set up better straight out of the box. The Gibson's straight out of the box as well. Neither of these have been played before now. This feels like it had a pro setup versus this, which the low E string really needs to come up a little bit. It just didn't feel very good to play up there. Both of the necks feel pretty much indistinguishable from each other. If I was doing a blind test, it would be really hard to tell the difference, minus that Gibson smell. It has that vanilla cake smell, whereas the Epiphone doesn't really have any smell. But minus that, if they didn't have that scent about the Gibson, I wouldn't be able to really tell the difference in terms of feel. That's how good these are. I really feel like this would be the best choice for a Les Paul alternative. Now, if you can't afford one of these or you don't want to spend the money on, buying a really expensive guitar, the Epiphone would definitely tick those boxes, no questions about it. I actually feel like this would be up there with my Tokai Love Rock, which is made in Japan, and it's about $1,000 more expensive. So yeah, I really feel like this is a really great value guitar that also ticks a lot of the boxes. Now, in terms of tone, I'm going to split this down the middle. I like the neck pickup better on the Epiphone. and I much prefer the Gibson Les Paul bridge pickup. It had just a bigger, beefier sound. That's usually the difference between the pickups, but kind of felt like the neck pickup was a little muddy to my ear in context to the mix, and some of the low notes sounded a little bit sort of flubby, but I had the amp set up, the Marshall back here set up exactly the same for both, and that's what the end result was. So let me know what you were hearing, which one you like best and why, which one you think is better value, all that kind of stuff, but either of these two are going to make you happy if you're looking for a Les Paul. Catch you soon. See ya.